Yeah, hi guys, Peter back for yet another video. I'm gonna do another a video today about one of those. I've done them before, album versus album, or album battle, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna do Led Zeppelin Presence versus Led Zeppelin In Through the Outdoor. So we talk, do a sort of review of the both albums, and then I'll let you know what album I prefer, a preference thing. You know, there's no wrong or right answers here, guys. There's just give me what album, when you listen to these albums, what do you like better? What album? You know, you might say, I love both of them, but I just prefer this, or do I hate that one, I like that, whatever. So it's sort of like that sort of thing. And I'll talk a bit about both these albums. And I've heard, over the years, I've heard all the Led Zeppelin. With Led Zeppelin, there's a few albums I really love. There's a couple, you know, for me, not so much, but I can find a lot of good things in each album, so to speak. So these last two albums are sort of, most people consider the weaker part of the discography, but I find really good stuff within these two albums. So here we go. We're going to first talk about the 1976 album Presence. There you go. 7 tracks. Now, the band here was not much no keyboards involved in. It's a straight up approach. Very great riffing from Page in this. He's quite prominent in the mix of the album, and you got Bonham, really going for it. John Paul Jones, Robert Plant, the whole band. So it's just a straight up approach, very much, to the point. And it's from 1976, and an album I've always liked. We'll go through the album now. So here we go. Achilles' Last Stand. This is a 10 minutes plus epic track. The drums are quite wonderful in this. John Bonham is quite breathtaking on this song, this track. And Jimmy Page as well with his riffing, how he layers all the guitars and stuff. A very clever guy in the studio. So a great opener. Not my favorite song on the album, but I really like it. I always like this track. It takes you on a bit of a journey, being 10 plus minutes. For Your Life. Now this has got, I like the bass on this track, quite prominent. Feels very up front. The lyrics, a bit hokey in a way, but doesn't matter. The song for me is what matters. The song is really a really catchy tune, I find, and I find this is in my top 3 on the album. So I always liked For Your Life, and they brought it back in that reunion show, which unfortunately didn't go on to a tour after that. Unfortunately, we all know the story there. Royal Orleans is next. This is 3 minutes. It's quite a good rocker, but out of the first 3, it'll probably be the weakest for me. It's okay. It's not the greatest Led Zeppelin song for me, but I wouldn't say it's the worst either. But it's okay. Then we got my favorite track, Nobody's Fault But Mine, with the harmonica in here, the great guitar work from Page, and Bonham again is awesome. And of course, their secret weapon, of course, John Paul Jones. Great song. My favorite on the album. Always has been my favorite from the album. I just always love this track. I just find it quite a breathtaking song from the album. I really like it. Now, Candy Store Rock. That's okay. Again, it's a bit like Royal Orleans. It's, you can take it or leave it sort of thing. But it's okay. I wouldn't say it's terrible. It's an okay tune. Then Hot Song for Nowhere. Now, I like this a bit better than the Candy Store Rock. It's got a good bouncy vibe to it, and it's getting to the point where it's one of my favorites on the album, or it's getting up there anyhow. I really like Hot Song, and it's got a good bouncy vibe to it, and I quite enjoy it a lot. Hot Song for Nowhere. Then T for One. As I said before, guys, I'm not really big on the really slow blues Led Zeppelin. You shook me. I'm not really big on that stuff. But here it's different. It's 9 minutes. The vocal is quite great from Plant here. Very whispery sort of vocal, really good, and the page is great as well. So it's a great finish. It's again not my favorite on the album, but a song I like. So that's T for one. So all in all, a very good Led Zeppelin album. Not the greatest album for me, but a very good Led Zeppelin album. Then we go to the next one, In Through the Outdoor, 1979. As we all know, Page and Bonham were sort of not incapacitated, but sort of had their substance issues and drinking, drugs, whatever. They were still there, but the album was put on more to Plant and John Paul Jones to take the reins. And you could feel the John Paul Jones influence come through the keyboardy stuff, the arrangements, the more commercial feel. And I really like In Through the Outdoor. I know it's at a lot of at the bottom of a lot of people's lists. I realize that, but I like good commercials. If something's a great catchy thing, I really like it. So In the Evening, a good guitar track from Jimmy Page here. A good opener to the album, very solid, really good song. Really like that one. Southbound Soiree, I like. It's got a bit of a funky, dancey, keyboardy vibe. Really like that one. It's a very catchy song. It's for me, it's all about, do you enjoy the track? And yeah, I do enjoy the track. Fool in the Rain, long considered my favorite. I think it still is. The drums are quite amazing from Bonham here. He's all over this, and that's all you think about pretty much when I hear this song. Plant does a great vocal. It's got a bit of a laid-back vibe to it, but it's just an infectious sort of track. I love it. Fool in the Rain. Hot Dog, I'm not going to say it's the greatest song I've ever heard, but it is catchy. It's got a bit of rockabilly vibe to it. And yeah, it's a good track for me. Now, Carousel Alhambra is a song at first I wasn't real big on. Over years has grown on me enormously. Very much a John Paul Jones creation. You can tell by the keyboards and the arrangement. And it's epic, it's long, and it takes you on a journey, and it's a really good track. And it's getting up there as one of my favorites on the album. I really like that one. Then we go to... this is on the radio, FM radio here in Australia and all around the world, I guess. All my love. Tribute to Plant's son, who unfortunately died at a very young age. A beautiful, heartfelt song, great melody. Always loved and still love it. I'm Gonna Crawl, the final track, a bit slowed down, a bit in the bluesy feel, but a song I really like. I think it's a good finish to it. It does a good vocal on it. Pretty solid song for me. So there you have it. So these albums, you know, they're not my number one Led Zeppelin albums or anything like that. But I like these two. But if I had to pick a winner, I'm gonna go with In Through the Outdoor. I'll tell you what, it's got a very commercial vibe to it. It's very catchy. John Paul Jones is a huge influence in this album. Not saying I don't like Presence. I do like a lot of songs on Presence. But I just feel, for me, it suits me more than Presence. I really like the rocking vibe of Presence. It's really good. But as for the actual songs themselves, I'm going to go for In Through the Outdoor with Fool in the Rain, In the Evening, All My Love, and Carousel Alhambra, and so on and so forth. So the winner for me in this is In Through the Outdoor over Presence. But Presence, a very good album. Not the greatest Led Zeppelin album for me, but a good album. But for me, the winner here is In Through the Outdoor over Presence. What do you guys think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Just give me your thoughts on the songs and what album you prefer in this album battle. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I'm interested to know what you feel about this and if we feel the same or different. And there's no wrong or right answers. And that's all I have for today. I'll see you guys for the next video. That's bye from me. Have a good one. See you guys very soon. Bye for now. Bye.